This meeting is being recorded. Let's humble ourselves and pray. Dear our Heavenly Father, thank you for this loving morning. Thank you for keeping us throughout the night. And oh Lord, as we are going to stand in math, oh Lord, open our mind, our hearts, so that we can understand whatsoever our teacher is going to teach us, oh Lord, and also bless our teacher as it's going to teach us, and Lord, give us wisdom and knowledge to understand everything and remember them. I pray all this in Jesus' name.
And
Amen.
thank you so much for the word of prayer. Okay. Today we are going to look at data collection and presentation. That's going to be our area of concentration. Now, in this topic of data collection and presentation, we are going to look at two major things, but we are going to mainly look at the presentation of the data. Now, under data collection, we have, you know very well that we have mainly two types of data. We have the, you have the qualitative and you have the quantitative here, quantitative. Now, under the qualitative data collection presentation approaches, now, we know that under qualitative, this is the one that is descriptive. You describe it, things that you can describe in form of colors and the rest of that. So it's more of a personal opinion. Then quantitative, this is the one that you can count things of numbers and the rest of that. Now, when we are representing or when we are presenting such data, for something that is qualitative, the methods we use for our presentation, this is where we use our bar graphs or what sometimes we call the bar charts. That is when it comes to qualitative data. And you remember that for bar charts, you leave a space, you leave a space, you leave a space. Whereby now here, for it, you put the frequency, and down here, you put, let me say, the month, April, May, and June, depending on what you are presenting. That is for bar chart. Still, for this data that is qualitative, you can use what we call pictograms. Pictograms or pictographs, that's where you use the pictures, a real picture to represent someone. So you drag a picture, and you represent that someone or something you are presenting. Then still for this kind of data is where we use pie charts, whereby they can give you data. Let me say they have given you here bottles of water and they have given you their frequency. So for it, you come, you draw your pie chart, you label it very well, and then you calculate. That's when it comes to data that is descriptive in nature. Then when it comes to data that is quantitative, when we are representing it, this is where we use a histogram. And when it comes to a histogram, here we always plot our frequencies against the class boundary. That's how for it we usually do it. And when it comes to histogram, for it we don't leave any space and we do not shade. You just draw it, and then after you leave it like that. But still frequency against histogram. This is where we use the frequency curves. The frequency curve, what we call the ogive of the curve, or what we call the cumulative frequency curve. And that one, it's where we have our curve drawn very well, and you always still plot here cumulative frequency against the class boundary. Then another form here, we use mainly a histogram, we use the frequency polygon. But still under quantitative data, we have what we call scatter diagrams. You know you did the scatter diagrams but I think yes, under this topic. So here we can as well have scatter diagrams. So and when it comes to scatter diagram, that's where you plot your things. You have your data scattered a bit, and then after you have to come up and draw the line of best fit. And then also at this one, they can ask you for the frequency polygon. They can ask you for the frequency polygon, whereby for when it comes to a frequency polygon, still here, this one is supposed to be like your frequency, and this one has to be your class mark, or what you call the midpoint. But still here, you plot your class boundary, but in the middle, let me say, in the middle of the class boundary, that's where you plot, and then you embed it, you embed it, and then after you cross it. Sometimes they can tell you to insert it on the histogram. Then you come here in the middle of each of the bars, and then you draw it, you draw it, you draw it, you draw it. So that is what you call the frequency polygon. So it depends, but these are the major ones we use. So for for a data that is quantitative, we have mainly five: histogram, cumulative frequency curve, frequency polygon, scatter diagram, and the one that we can embed. When it comes to data that is descriptive, mainly we have three ways: what we call a bar graph, pictogram, and what we call a pie chart. So those are the major ones we use when we are representing the data. Kindly let me know whether we are on the same page. Are we on the same page? Let me know through the chat whether we are on the same page. At least you have picked something. Kem Gisa says yes. Okay, okay. I think we are on the same page. So those are the different ways that we can use to represent the data. So always you have to read through, ask yourself, which one am I going to use? But when it comes to the data collection, at least you may find yourself using one of the methods there. Okay, then from there, sorry, then from there, okay, hope my screen is on. Kindly let me know. Is my screen on? Are you able to see my screen clearly? Okay, it is on. Okay, then we have the second one. The second one, I want you now to first bring it to your attention. This number or some of these things that may look common. Now, I want you always to observe whenever they give you, let me say they have given you mass here. They have given you your mass in kilograms. And when you look at this one here, you are noticing that they have given you 9.5 to 19.5. 19.5 to 29.5, 29.5 to 39.5, 39.5 to 49.5, 49.5 to 59.5, 59.5 to 69.5. This is going to be 69.5 to 79.5. 79.5 to 89.5. Now, always be very observant. Whenever they give you things, whereby when you look at these two things, be very, very observant. When you read through this task, they asked, retrieve the original information about his production in the frequency product. The moment you look at your data, when these two things, these ones are the same, then you need to know that this that has been given is your class boundary. I repeat, the moment you look at these two consecutive ones, when they are the same here, when they are the same here in the diagonal form, then that means that they have given you your class boundary. The moment you see the 0.5, the 0.5. So for such a case, it means that you need to go back and retrieve. And sometimes the question may specify retrieve, but sometimes they may not even tell you. But the moment you look at, we call it the adjustment factor. Whenever you look at the adjustment factor, when it is 0, then that means you're going to go back and retrieve. So that means that here, our original mass in kilograms, kindly let me know through the chat. How did you reach 9.5 and 19.5? Hey, tell me now, what should be our original mass? Uh-huh. Through, I want you to use the chat. Because remember now they have given us the class boundary. Okay. Through the chat, I'm looking through. Very good. Very good. So that means that here you'll have to go back and know this was 10 to 20. This was 21 to uh, this is 29. This was 30 to 39. This was 40 to 49. This was 50 to 59. This was 60 to 69. So you have to read the question and understand, not just you going with the cram work or with something that you are not sure of. So please, you have to pay attention to that, such that you know which variables have been given to you. Is that clear to everyone? Have we understood that? Have you picked that idea, everyone? Okay, okay, very good. So, that is what you have to do. Look at those two numbers very well, and then they should help you or they should support you to know whether what they have given you is this or it is the other. Then another one I saw that number 2, uh, like when they tell you that determining the commonest mass. Now you need to know that when they talk about commonest, then that one they're referring to my mode, because something that is common is the mode. So when they say determine, then here you need to come to your mind that here they're asking me to calculate the mode, and they have told you to determine. So they expect you that for such an item, you are going to use the method of calculation. So that means you're going to now to come and say that your mode or your model mass, and then you write for rest of the formula, and then you calculate. Yes, I wanted to first bring that to your attention. Number 2, when you read through this item, this was another item. You need now still to remember your different formulas. When you look here, they told that it is assumed that the mean height of the student is this. Now, for the items where they use these assumptions, assume the mean height, that means that now to be able to get your average, sometimes they can use the mid, the mid, they can use average, they can use the mean height. It means that now you need to remember that this one they have used an assumed mean. So mean that you need to remember your formula of A plus EF of D out of summation of F. You need to remember that formula whereby now your D is equal to X minus A. So you need now to first read the question, understand, then you know which is the right formula to use for that particular thing. Okay, uh, we can now continue. Now, like I've told you, when you read through the question, I've told you that for data that is qualitative, this kind of data is qualitative in nature. When you look at it, They have described the kind of data and they have given you the number of bottles you are dealing with. Now, even if they had not specified that use a pie chart and they just tell you that display the information here. Now here, we have said that for anything like this that is qualitative in nature, you look at what you call you look at the different things that you have a pictogram or pictographs, you have the bar chart, and then you have the pie chart. Now, here, when you are looking for what to use, then that means that this would be the best. But now you ask yourself, you keep on reasoning, a pictogram, a bar graph, or a pie chart. So even if they don't specify what has to be in your mind, that it should either be a pictograph, it should be a bar graph, or it should be a pie chart. Now, for this part one, they specified that they want us to use a pie chart. So when you are reading the question, read for you to know that now for this one, this is the kind of presentation that I must do have. Now, like here, they told us to use a pie chart to remind ourselves. We always know that in order for you to draw a pie chart, what is very important is for you to know the number of degrees. So degrees are going to be very important. So here, the first thing we are going to do, we are going to first find the total number of bottles. So that is the first thing you do. So you find the total number of bottles. So here now it will be the 24 plus the 10 plus the 15 plus the 23. Quickly in the chat, which total are you getting? In the chat, which total are you getting for the number of bottles that we do have? How many bottles do you have? Okay. Uh, People are getting 72. Good. So here it will be 72. But since we are going to draw the pie chart, then it means that now we are going to first find. Now you show clearly. Now Renzol. So that means for Renzol, you will come and say now 24 out of the 72 times the 360 degrees. Then you come up with the answer. Someone can raise up the hand and you take us through and we complete this quickly. And when we are writing for a pie chart, we write to 1 decimal point. So this would be 120 degrees. Okay, yes, Peruth, unmute.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Okay, let me start with Yaket.
Okay.
Must be 10
Mm-hmm.
out of 72
Mm-hmm.
times 360.
Okay.
To 72. It's 50 degrees.
50 degrees, good.
Then Highland,
Mm-hmm.
15
Mm-hmm.
out of 72 times 360. It's 75. Then Hillwater, 23 out of 72 times 360. 115 degrees. I think that's all.
Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome, sir.
Then from here, we are going to go on and draw our pie chart. So we start with a title. So we shall say a pie chart showing the maybe the mineral water types. Yeah, something like that. So what we do, we go, we get our circle first. This is our circle. We draw our circle very well. Then after drawing our circle, we shall go on. So I look at my center. Let me say it is up to you. Sometimes some of you want to do like this. Sometimes some of you want to start with horizontally, like this, like this. It is okay. Which one you want to use, eh? So it is up to you which one you want to use. So let me say I've started with an horizontal line like this. Then I'm going to measure off the 72. So place your protractor, measure off the 72. Go on, measure off the 120. Go on, yes. So let's keep on measuring off the different the different angles. This is, let me say I've assumed this is 72. Maybe this is 120. This is maybe my 75. Yeah. So for you, measure off the different angles. Measure off your different angles. So, and even after you indicate clearly the different angles. For me, I'm just assuming, but let me hope we know how to place the protractor to measure off. So, oh, this was, okay. We have 50. So let me call this 50 to be the smallest. So measure off very well. Let me say this is the 7. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, we don't have even 72. Let me say this is my 50 degrees. This is the 75, and this is the 115. Yeah, something like that. Then after you label that where there is 120, this is the Renzori. 50, this is the Yaket. 115, this is the Hill Water. And 75, this is Highland. Yeah, so let everyone first finish. Yes, okay. So first finished to draw your pie chart. When you finish, you can let me know. that we have finished. Yes, like Patricia said, in case you have a decimal point, when you look at your protractor, you can clearly see that for a protractor, you cannot write decimal points. When you look at your protractor, it is exact. So, like Patricia said, that one you go on and round off. I think when you see your protractor, Eh, so for where you get decimal points, you notice that this is your protractor. So it has 0, it has 10. So you cannot say it has 1, 1, 1, 1. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can't, so that one you round off. So in case you get 120.56, then you can say this is approximate 121 degrees. In case you get 115, but the first thing you do, first write it the way you have obtained it from your calc, that maybe I've got 115.2, and then after you approximate it down here as 115 degrees. So first write it the way you have obtained it from the calculator, that may be 101.8, then after approximate it as 102 degrees. So don't round from the calculator. Let me hope that is okay. 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 Now we can look at this. First read through, and then we start. Okay. Let me hope people have finished read through. So they told us that we had a manager of a restaurant who wanted to make a decision. But also he wanted to have this data analyzed. Now, they told us that the data that was collected was for 50 customers. And I want you to look at the kind of data that was given. You notice that the data was very big. So meaning that you had to work out the way the data is, but it required you to think on how to approach it. When you check, you notice that the interval was 10,000. In other words, they gave you the class interval. Now, for such data, the first thing you look out for, you check out in this data, what is the smallest amount? So in the chart, look through the data and put in the chart what is the smallest amount you are seeing. What is the smallest amount of money that you are seeing? Look through. Favor is saying 15,000. Okay, 7 is saying 15,000, 15K. Very good. So now when you read through here, I know some of us are used to classes. But here, when you look at our data, we are looking at the amount of money being spent by the customers. Now, that means that here your class is going to be the amount spent by customers and which is given in UG X. Now, what do you do? Since they have told us that our class interval is 10,000, you can start with the smallest amount in your table, which is 15,000. 2. Now, tell me through the chat. What if our class interval is 10? What is the next class? Let me so that people can tell me through the chat before I show you how we can do it. What do you think is going to be our next class? Some are saying 25, others are saying 24, 24, 25. Okay. Now, what you do, you can blindly, I've said blindly, though when you look at all these things here, you're noticing that they have 3 zeros at the end. So what you can do blindly, you can first cancel out the 3 zeros for yourself. Even here, the smallest is 15,000. So first cancel out the 3 zeros. Also, when you come here on the 10,000, cancel out these 3 zeros. And say now, my class interval is 10. But you remember the zeros after. Then you say that if it is 10, what do we do to get the next class? I will say 10 minus 1, which is 9. So then I will say, if I'm starting from 15, I'll add on 9. So 15 plus 9 gives me 24. Then from 24, I go to 25 to 34. From 35, I go to 35 to 44. But now, since I removed my zeros, now I bring them back. I put back my zeros, my zeros, my zeros, my zeros, my zeros, my zeros. But this one, I do it as side work. Has everyone picked that? What you can do? Is that fine? Yeah. Why we subtract 1? Here we are getting the class interval. Alternatively, you do the other counting or using the fingers. 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, like that. You count using the fingers. But you can first blindly cover the zeros and then you know. Because here I'm worried some of you may instead subtract 1, which is wrong. Okay. Now we are going to start. Yeah, you remember, I know some of you are used to subtracting 1. So I know you are used to, so it is the class interval minus 1. Yes, autumn. But I've said here, when you find that the zeros are many, you first cover the ones that are common, because these 3 zeros, you notice they are common everywhere. Even it is common in your class interval. So first blindly cover them, and then know that now it is 10 minus 1, which is 9. Hope that is very okay. Okay, now we are going to start our table. So allow me to come here. The first thing you need to tell us, which approach are you using? Now, when you read through the task told you that by creating a frequency distribution table, the task aspect frequency table. So here you're going to say a frequency distribution table, a frequency distribution table. Now, a frequency distribution table is the method of presentation you're using. A frequency distribution table showing the amount of money, spent by customers. Now, since this is amount of money spent, I'll come here and say amount spent. Then here I'll put UG X. Then I'll draw my table. I'll come here, I'll draw my table. Now, in this table of hours, we are going to come and put different things. So we have said we are going to start from 15,000 to 24,000, from 25,000 to 34,000, from 35,000 to 44,000, from 45,000 to 54,000, from 55,000 to 64,000, from 65,000 to 74,000. I think the biggest amount I'm seeing inside is around 60. What is the biggest now here? 63, 59. Okay, I'm seeing 66. It's 66. Okay, but I'm saying we have 65 here. So that's why we had to go up there. Then the next one, I'm going to put my tally. Now the tally is the one that is going to help us to find the frequency. So I can cross my table very well. Okay, now the tally. What you do for your tally, I'm going to come and I cancel whatever thing I finish, such that you don't repeat. You look at 25 here, I will say 25 and 25 is here. So I say 35 and 35 is here. I say 27 and 27 is here. I will say 31 and 31 is here. I will say 26, 26 is here. 38, 38 is here. 58, 58 is here. 50, 50 is here. 53, 53 is here. 51, 51 is here. 15, 15 is here. 18, 18 is here. 16 is here. And 19 is here. 17 is here. I cross. 52 is here. Also, you be doing yours. 48, as I also do mine, 48 is here. And then we come up and say that we have the same. 44 is here. 49 is here. 46 is here. 40 is here. 32 is here. 33 is here. 36 is here. 35 is here. 30 is here. 55 is here. 59 is here. 57 is here. 56 is here. 28 is here. 20 is here. 23 is here. 21 is here. 24 is here. 65 is here. 42 is here. 47 here. 43 is here. 41 is here. 22 is here. 37 is here. 39 is here. 34 here. 30, 30 here. 45. So that's how you do your tallying. 60 is here. 62 is here. 61 is here. And then last the 63, which is also here. So complete yours, and then we see whether we have the same. Oh, Evelyn, I'm not getting you. Yeah, 48 is between 45 and 54. So, yes, Danielia.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Teacher, I'm inquiring about the other first step that you did for the one. I didn't understand it. You said
Okay.
subtract minus 10.
Okay. Now, Daniela, imagine our class was they told that use the class interval of 10 and your
Mm-hmm.
smallest value was 9. What would be your upper value?
19.
19. How did you get 19?
I got 10 plus 9.
10 plus 9. Not so?
Yes,
So 10 plus 9, you get 19. So in case I ask what is the class interval here, what would you give?
9.
Sure. How did you get it?
It is 10. It is 10, teacher.
No, remember now here you do 19 minus 9 plus 1, not so?
Yes.
Are you noticing that your class interval here will be 11?
Eh,
Yes. So when you have in order for you to get the upper class, you first subtract your minus 1, which is 9 roughly. So that means that you start from, if your lower is 9, you add on 9. So you get, as Daniela muted,
18.
18. So it will be from 9 to 18. Then these ones down here, the next ones, these are the ones where you add your class interval. So here it becomes 19, here it becomes 28. Alternatively, what you can do, Daniela, are you seeing this, in case it is 9 as your class interval, and they have told that your class interval is 10, what you do, first get this one down, here down, that
Yes,
9 plus 10 is 19. 19
19.
plus 10 is 29.
29.
Then you come back that this one here must always be 1 less than. So this one will be 18.
18.
Then here you just keep on
Oh,
adding 10, the ones down. 28, 38, like that.
thank you, sir.
Okay, but first do for me this and we test. If our class interval is 5 and you are starting from 21, what is going to be our up?
Power up. Let us write the next one after
You tell.
21.
I've said to get the next one down, just add on your class interval.
Oh,
So what will
26.
it be?
After 21, it will be 26.
So what will be here?
It will be 25.
25. Alternatively, another alternative approach you could, you get your finger. You can get, in
Yes,
case these are your fingers here. Here, you can
yes.
say this is 20, this is 21, this is 22, this is 23, this is 24, and this is 25. You can count them like that. To get this number up, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And you notice that this is 5, a boundary of 5.
Eh,
Okay, then, okay,
yes.
you test for me this one, and then we check whether you have picked something. Our lowest value is 4, and our class interval is 10. Which value shall we have here?
13.
13. Okay. You are good now. Kale, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Uh-huh. Let me first speak. Yes, Mugisa?
Yes, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Sir, for me, what I wanted is just to inform you that there is a number that has been left without being cancelled.
a number? Which
Yes.
number?
It's 48 and it is in the fourth column.
48. We cancelled it. Not so. Hey, this 48. I cancelled
Yes.
it.
Okay.
Hey, I cancelled it, but maybe I did not cancel. But we shall find out. Hmm. Okay. Yes, Arajab.
Uh, Sir, good morning.
Good morning.
I was inquiring on the issue of class interval.
Hmm.
Is that since all of the digits or amounts had three zeros,
Hmm.
at I think we use the instead of one to subtract one, we subtract 1,000 on each.
Hmm.
So instead of one, I think we use 1,000.
Yes, that is okay. But I told them why I removed one. I told them that here you can blindly after you noticing reading that after you reading that these zeros are the same throughout. Now here you can roughly know that it is 15 because I know many of us are used to subtracting one. So you can blindly remove the 1,000 and then you subtract one. But if you know, you can just add 1,000. It is very well.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So here, now here, I don't expect you to write frequency. So here you're going to write number of customers. Number of customers. Then after writing number of customers, in brackets, put F to represent your frequency. But don't write frequency, the word. So kindly, so here I'm getting 10, here I'm getting 10, here I'm getting 11, here I'm getting 9, I'm getting 9, and I'm getting 1. So I'm saying that my total frequency here is going to be 50. Kindly let me know whether my data tallies exactly with yours. Does your data tally? Do our data tally very well with yours? Okay, Mugisa says yes. Yes, very good. Perfect. Now, from there, we are going to go back to the question and find out which other things shall we need in our table. Now, from the table, you notice that they told you that by creating organize the data, use the frequency table to determine the average. Now, when they talk about average, what has to come to your mind that one is mean. So you need to remember that the formula for mean is given by summation of fx out of summation of f. So what do you know? That now here you will need x, which is the mid amount. Then from there, complete the question that they have talked about cumulative frequency curve. That means you will need class boundary. You will also need cumulative frequency. So now you need to remember those two things as we proceed. So I'm going to come back here. Now here we have the midpoint, but here now there is no need to call it the midpoint. So which word can we use? Put for me in the chat. Which word do you think we are going to use? Yes, Gavanian.
Morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Master, our teacher told us that capital F means cumulative frequency.
Capital?
F.
No. All those variables come after you have defined them. You have to first define them. F can mean
Now,
anything. So first define them. Define
that
like
is,
say F is equal to my frequency. Hope that is
Master,
okay.
Master, it means that even if I put the small f, capital F on cumulative frequency, all frequency, I'm correct.
Yes, as long as you have defined it.
Okay, Master. Thank you.
And here I'm going to use small f.
Thank you. First,
Okay, so here is small f, then mid amount, I'm going to put in brackets x, like that. So we know that to get the mid amount, we add the two values, divide by 2. So you are going to have 150 plus the 24, everything divide by 2. And some of you make a mistake on the calculator. You write this plus the 24,000 and then you divide by 2. Here you are going to get everything wrong. Put a bracket. Put the brackets and then divide by 2. So kindly keep on dividing such that we get the same answer. Divide by 2. Here I'm getting 19,500. So keep on dividing yours. Keep on dividing. And here I want you to be very careful when you are dividing. Divide each and everything. Yeah, I don't want you to do. I know some of you now have already said when you add the class C interval, the answers are correct. Please, you may fail everything. So keep adding and dividing. I don't know that people are noticing. Okay, let me copy Favor's work. For 959. Hope Favor you are accurate, but I trust these answers are very right. Very good. Then from there, we can now, after the midpoint, Favor, maybe you can be giving us now f of x. You can raise the hand and you tell us what you get for fx. Since we want the midpoint members, now we are going to get f of x, which means f multiplied by x. Yes, Favor?
Yes, so 19,500 times 10 gives us 195,000.
Okay.
Then 29,500 times 10 gives us 295,000. 39,500 times 11 gives us 434,500. Then 49,500 times 9 gives us 445,500. 59,500 times 9 gives us 535,500. And then that one will be 69,500.
Okay. Can we come up with the total?
Okay. It is 19. I think you help me read because it's, let's see, 123 plus 295,123 plus 434,500 plus 445,500 plus 535,500 plus 69,500. The total I'm getting is 1,975,000.
Okay. Thank you, Favor. That is okay. Now next on our table, let me hope members we are still on the same table. From our summary, we notice that we shall need the mean, we shall need the class boundary, and then the cumulative frequency. So you're going to allow me here to put our cumulative frequency. So you write your word cumulative frequency. Now, our cumulative frequency, you remember we said always you carry the first one the way it is here, the 10, you take it here. Then from the 10, add it on the next one here to get the next one. So here when you add 10 plus 10, you get 20. 20, add it on the 11, get the value there. Okay, who's giving us our cumulative frequencies? What do you have? Here I'm sure you have 10. What could be the next one? Yes, Gavanian?
20,
Okay. 20,
21, 31,
31,
40,
40,
49,
49,
then 50.
then 50. Very good. Then the last one, we are going to have our class boundary. Who wants to take us through the class boundaries? What are our class boundaries? Okay, yes, Gavanian.
Plus it is 15,000. No,
15,000?
you first cancel the three zeros, then you get 15 minus 0.5. It is 14.5.
14.5.
Yes.
Then 14.5 very small from the 15,000.
14,000.5.
Hmm? Still, that one is very small. Let me first ask Rajab, for you, what are you saying?
I'm saying that we subtract the 500 and then we add 500.
We subtract 500 and we add 500. Okay. Let me also first pick. Is it Kirsten? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but first unmute.
Mister, how about if we say we minus 0.5
From what?
from 15,000?
Okay. And what do you get?
Let me first calculate. Minus. I think we get 15.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, yes, come. You're muted. Oh, I'm failing to get you. Kirsten. Oh, okay. I'll fail to get you. Yes. Let me first, Rajab, you can stay on. I want to see what people are saying. Very good. Yeah. So, Patricia, not really. Yeah. So, what you do, like I've told you, what you do, for you first cover up your thing, First cover up the thousands. And first say 15 to 24, 25 to 34. Then know that here you subtract 0.5. Say 15 minus 0.5, 24 plus 0.5. So what do you get? 15 minus 0.5, you end up 15 minus 0.5, you end up with 14.5 to 24.5. Then what you do after, for you bring back your 1,000, multiply here by 1,000, multiply by 1,000. So 14.5 minus 1,000, you end up getting 1,4,500. Here you end up getting 2,4,500. So that's why Arajab was telling us that we subtract 500. I don't know the members that is clear. Patricia, is that clear? Favor, yes, Favor, you are done it. People of iPhone. Hey, why don't we subtract from the money? Hey, because now here, remember, your class interval is 10,000. So here you need to be very, very careful when you're working in thousands. When you're working in thousands, what do you subtract? Yeah, so it is a bit different the way we did when the data is very small. So I've told you that one of the best way to do it, for you just first cover the thousands here. Then here say 15 minus 0 0.5, 24 minus 0 0.5. Then after subtracting, here you'll end up with your 14.5. You'll end up with, sorry, remember here you're adding 24.5. Then bring back your 1,000. Bring back your 1,000 and add. Let me hope it is clear. Yes, Gavania.
Answer, should I give the answers?
Oh, okay. But I wanted people in the chat, you can let me know now whether Patricia it is okay. You do not subtract directly for money that is very big. Okay. Gavanian, we can go. What's the first one?
Answer. 14,500
Two.
to 24,500. 24,500
Mm.
to 34,500. 34,500 to 44,500. 44,500 to 5,000. 54,500. 54,500 to 64,500. 64,500 to 74,500.
Okay. Thank you. So now what we have is now our table that we have drawn. We have drawn. So first let me know whether we are on the same page. Okay. Now, people, I want also to bring it to your attention. Patricia, oh, sorry, yes, let me use Patricia because I saw your answer you are giving. Now, always you must prove your answer. Now, people who are subtracting 0.5, here, you remember here for the first set, when you subtract 0.5, you get 1500 minus 0.5. So you'll get 14,999.5. 2, when you add your 0.5, you'll get 24,000.5. Now what happens here? The moment you subtract these two, you must be able to get 1,000 as your class interval. So when you try to subtract this to 24000.5 minus 14999.5, 14999.5, I think you are noticing that your answer here is 901, which is not equal to your class interval. So this is where you can first mark yourself wrong, because the moment you subtract the two class interval, you must be able to get the 1000. Let me hope now this one makes it a bit more now clear. So the moment you subtract the upper and the lower, you must be able to get the class interval of 1000. Whenever you have a class boundary and you subtract the two, upper minus lower, you must be able to get 1000. In case it is 10,000, you get 10,000. In case it is 1000, you get 1000, depending on the class interval. And that is how you mark yourself whether what you are doing is correct or wrong. Is that okay now? Is that okay to everyone? Okay. Patricia said yes. So now we can continue. And now please take note that you do not subtract 0.5 until you, yeah, sure. Okay. Now we go to the next one. We are going to first do the first part here. Asked us to find we have finished to organize our data. They want us to determine the average spending of the customers. Now, since they have used the word average, still we shall also go on and say average. So we shall come here and say average spendings, average spendings of the customers. We shall come and say f of x out of f of. So here from what Favor got was 1975000 divided by our 50. And from the calculator I have here, calculate and also we agree. And you tell me what you're getting. Gavanian is getting Ugandan shillings 39,500. Very good. So then after you respond back to the question, you give the response. You say that the average spending of the customers is Ugandan shillings 39,500. Is that okay to everyone? Are we good now to continue? Is everyone getting that? Okay, yes, Favor. Okay, okay. I think people are okay. Then from there, we go to the next one. Using a cumulative frequency curve, help her determine the typical spending amount where half the customers spend less and half spend more. Now, this statement should not confuse you. You know that if I have my percentages, let me use percentages. This is 0, this is 50, and this is 100. Now, this side here, below 50% is what we call half. This side also is half. So when they ask where half the customers spend less and half the customers spend more, so indirectly tell me in the chat, what does the curve want us to do? Half the customers spend more, half the customers spend less. So indirectly, what is the question wanting us to estimate? Very good. Median. Yes. So that it not confuse you. So in other words, they were asking us that estimate the median from our curve. So now can we go to our graph? This is my graph. So do not forget that on your graph, you are going to write your title, a frequency, or an ogive or a cumulative frequency curve. So we are going to come here and say a frequency curve, a cumulative frequency curve, a cumulative frequency curve showing the customer's expenditures. Then from there, we get our ruler. Let me get our ruler. Hope my values will fit. Oh, let me use another color that is visible. Get your ruler, draw your axes. Remember, for this, we don't need the negatives. We don't need the negatives. So I'll draw my curve like that. Then from there, I'll draw my curve like that. Then from there, I'll come say, this is my curve. This is my curve. Then I'll come, I look at my the expenditure amount spent. So here I can write amount spent. Then I can put here also class boundary in brackets. Because on your graph, what this is representing is the amount spent by customers. So you may not put the class boundary, but put amount spent. If you want, put amount spent in brackets, put customers. Then here where you have the cumulative frequency represents the number of customers. So you put your number of customers. Then if you want in brackets, that's when you can go on and put cumulative frequency, but tell us exactly what the curve is. Then from there, remember when it comes to cumulative frequency, sorry, the class boundary, carry it the way it is. So from our curve here, you notice that the first was 14.5. So I'm going to come here and say, this is going to be my 14,500. Put it the way it is. And here you don't need to look out for the scale. Just do it the way it is, 24,500. I'm jumping to 34,500, 35,500. Then it will be what? 44,500, 45,500, 54,500, 54. Wait, 40. Oh no, I think let me first repeat. I think let me go back. 44, 54, 44. I think there's something I messed up here. Let me first go back a bit. 14, 24, 34. Here I messed up a bit. From 34, you go to 44. From 44, so here I'm going to have my 44,500. Then I have 54,500, 64,500, and then 74,500. That is how your thing is supposed to be. In other words, you're going to carry these ones the way they are. From here, carry them the way they are and put them on your graph. No need to look out for the scale. Start from 14, go to 24, 34, 44, 54, this and that. Okay, now we go to the cumulative frequency. When you look here at the scale, feel free to use your convenient scale. You can set 10, 20, 30 like that. So allow me to use that. So I'm going to come here and then I'll say this is 0, this is 10, this is 20, this is 30, this is 40, and this is 50. No problem. Kindly let me know whether we are on the same page. From the table, I repeat, for class boundary, just come, start with this class here. Because the classes are uniform, start with this one to be your first starting point. Then after, come and go directly here. This is the next. These upper ones are the ones used. But first start with the lower one, then after label all the upper ones. Hope spring that is okay. Now, the next, we are going now to plot. I'm going to plot 10 and the first one 20 like that. 10 and the first one, so I'll come here. 10 and the first one, you can clearly see 10 and the first one, 10 is with the 24. Do not forget that. This is the first one here. Remember the lower one, its cumulative frequency is 0, the first one. So meaning that this 10 here belongs to 24. This 20 belongs to 34. So I'll say 20. 34 is 20. 20 is here. Then the next one was what? 31. So 31, this is the 40 and 31. This is 31. One box here. Then the next was 40. Then I'll come here and say 40 here and 40. 40 is somewhere here. Then the next one was 49. This and 49 somewhere here. And then the last one is here and it is with 50. So that is how we are going to label. Kindly let me know whether we are on the same page. A. No, no, who is not yet on the same page? You can raise up your hand and tell us where you are not. Favor is there, okay. 7 and there's another one who said it's not on the same page. I don't know whether 7 you can unmute. 7.
I'm kindly requesting you to elaborate on why the first class boundary is starting from 0. And yes, that's it.
Okay. Now, when I go back a bit, one step behind, here, remember here we plot upper class boundary. So here, up here, there is unhidden 0 cumulative frequency. And that one is the one that belongs to 1450. Because here we plot the uppers. So this one that does this one here is supposed to be is the upper here, but its corresponding frequency here is 0. So that's why for it we start from 0.
Thank you.
So, but 10 here corresponds to this, 20 corresponds to this, 30 corresponds to that. Okay. Let me hope members have picked that. Okay. Patricia.
So since we don't plot that 14,500, is it fine for us to leave it off on the graph and we begin from 20?
No, we don't plot it. We plot it, but its frequency is 0. Its cumulative frequency. It is the upper for the next one, but its cumulative is 0. Because I don't want you to have a hanging graph.
Okay.
I don't want you to draw a graph that is hanging. Okay. So now we can go and start. So the 0 comes from there. So now use your free hand to draw. Use your free hand to draw. Let me, for me, I usually start from up here and come up with my graph. Like that. So please avoid having graphs because the moment you don't plot this first one, you are going to have a graph of this nature and you are going to stop there. So this is a hanging graph. It's not a complete one. So plot that one. Okay. Has everyone drawn a smooth curve? Have we drawn that smooth curve?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Hope everyone has drawn the smooth curve. Okay, after now your smooth curve there, the next thing we are going to do, we are going to do the estimation. And now here I want you, when you are given these graphs, a small graph is easy to estimate and your level of accuracy is high compared to someone who uses a very big scale. These small graphs give accurate answers compared to someone who has used a very big scale. Yeah. So from here, the next thing is, because the question told us to estimate, so we are going to find the median. So the first thing you're going to say, you're going to first find the position. So I'm going to come here and say that now I'm finding the median position. So I'll say my median position is going to be summation of f out of 2. So our f was 50 divided by 2, which will give us the 25th position. Now, after getting the 25th position where our median lies, what you do, get a ruler. I'm going to get my ruler here. Go where 50 is. Go where the 50 is, I think. Now, when you look at 50 on your graph, sorry, go where 25 is. So 25 is here. I'll come here like this. Then I'll come down here. I read off. But me, I'm going to first remove this because I wanted to first master the line. But you can use dotted lines. Let me use dotted lines to show you clearly. 25 is here. So I'll use the dotted lines. Dotted lines. Use the line. Use the ruler. Then I'll come here, I'll come here, I'll come here, I'll come here, here, and here. Then I will indicate on the graph that this is where my median lies. I will indicate here that this is the median. Okay, yes, Gavanian, don't know whether it is a question. Yes, Gavanian.
Master, good morning.
Morning.
Here, when you're finding the position, what if I say that n plus 1 divided by 2?
1 plus 1 divided by?
N plus 1
Hey,
divided
now it depends on how you defined it. If you say n plus 1 divided by
2.
why? Because now this one, I know where you are picking it from, but this one, allow me not to talk about it.
So we don't use that.
Yes?
We don't use it.
Yeah, we don't use it here.
Master.
This is mainly used for discrete data. Yeah? That's where you use this formula.
Okay, Master.
Mm. This one, we don't use it when we are using the cumulative frequency curve. Okay. So now after doing so, you'll come and read off what is. Now to read off what the value is here, please, you can first find what each box contains. Remember, you know that here, the interval between NA2, when you subtract NA2, you'll get your class interval of 1000. So 1000 divided by 2, you'll end up, let me not, divide by 10 boxes. In between there are 10 boxes, you'll get up getting 100. That means that each car box you see here has 100. So now you count that there are 5 boxes. So you say 5 times 100, which gives you 500. Now, that means that on this 3, 4, 500, you are going to add on another 500. So you will say 3, 4, 5, 0, 0 plus the 500, and you end up with 35,000. So I don't know how much you are getting, but also you can find out from your graph for you what are you getting. Find out what you are getting from your graph. Hmm. So from our graph, what are we getting? Are we getting the same answer or mine is a bit different? Estimate from your graph. For you, what are you getting on your graph? Sorry. I think this was 10,000. This was 10,000. The class interval was 10,000, not 1,000. Divide by 10. So here it is going to be 1,000. Let me just confirm and be sure. I think it was 10,000. It was 10,000. So 10,000 divided by 10. This one gives you 1,000, gives you 1,000, 1,000. Here, add 5,000. So let me add 5,000, add 5,000. I don't know why I took add 5,000. So it is 39500. Okay, kindly confirm that you get the same. Remember, in between the two, when you subtract 7,4,500 minus maybe 6,4,500, you get 10,000. So 10,000, and in between here, you have 10 boxes. So 10,000 divided by 10, you get 1,000. Then count here. From here up to here, we got our 5 boxes. So 5 times 1,000, you get 5,000. So 5,000 plus the other one, we get that. But also you look at the amount. The one we had got at first was not making sense. Okay. Okay, good. I think people are getting that. Gavanian, Mugisa, Patricia, Arajab. Okay, let me now first pick up the hands. Okay. Okay. Are we on the same page? Are we good to continue, everyone? Sorry, Favor. Okay. Are we on the same page? Okay, yeah. Yes, yes. Okay. Now we are going to continue. So you respond back to the question. Do not forget to respond back. Now for such a case, since they asked you to determine, then I expect you that you are going to use these words to determine the spending amount between this and this. So you make your conclusion based on the amount, and then you give a response to the question. Do not forget always to respond back that the typical spending for the people between this and half of this is 39,500 shillings. Do not forget you are dealing with Ugandan shillings. Yeah. Okay, so we are going to continue. So that's how you do those numbers. So when you find those numbers with big amounts and the rest of that, check out on what to do. Yeah. Okay. So we go to another one here. First read through. So that I think the other one was Umta. So first read through this. Okay. Now after reading through, they told us that we had this poultry supplier of the eggs that was supposed to cater for this and this and this and this. Then they told that to cater for all employees and orphans well, the management of the orphanage agreed that on average 168 eggs should be supplied. Otherwise, the supply will be changed. Construct a tally chart with classes of equal intervals starting with this. Yes, Gavanian. So can I first ask you? Yes, Gavanian?
But I was asking that what if they have given you the data which has points? How do you get the cross boundary?
Okay. We are going to deal with that. I have a number that we can use.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to ask this. There's a girl I want the girl who was asking, I want us to be the one to generate for us the classes here. Let me check out for that person. Was it Daniela? Can you raise up the hand? I think it was Daniela. Daniela, unmute. don't know that Daniela will be. The rest let us. Daniela, have you unmuted?
Yes.
Okay, I think it was you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Daniela, you are going to you don't mute. Let me first say something. Now, when you look at this question, they told you to construct a tally chart. Now, here, please, you need to be very creative. Now, here, when you are writing your title for your table, I don't want you to say now a frequency distribution table. No. Here, since I've called it a tally chart, then I expect you also to say a tally chart showing the number of eggs supplied by a poultry farmer to an orphanage home. So be creative. The moment they say a tally chart, then also say in your title, a tally chart showing the number of eggs supplied that. And now the moment you mention something like a tally chart, it is a must for you to have even those tallies. Yeah. Okay, let me first pick on this question here from Daniela. You are the one taking us through, don't mute. Yes, is it Kirsten? I don't know. Yes, unmute.
Me started to give the class intervals.
Eh? Okay. You don't mute. You're going to give us the next ones. I wanted Daniela to first give us, but don't mute. You're going to
Okay.
give us another item. Okay. So, Daniela, we start. So, Daniela,
Yes, please, sir.
so you have seen they have given us the thing. So, when you look at this, Daniela, what have they given us? The eggs. They have given us the
The
number of
egg.
eggs. Not so?
Yes.
Okay, so a farmer is going to supply eggs. So I'm going to come here and I will send the number of eggs. Okay, so what was our first class, Daniela?
125 to 129.
125 to 129. What is our next class here?
100
Okay.
30.
Two.
Uh, mhm.
Two.
Which I don't know.
Okay, first give us 125 to 129. What is your class interval?
I think it is 4.
4. How did you get 4?
I subtracted 129 minus 125.
Then I want you, I have to use your hand here to count, Daniela, and tell us. So here I told you to get your class interval, put here 125. What are you going to put here?
126.
Then here,
127.
here,
128.
and here.
129.
So how many fingers are those?
5.
So what is your class interval?
It is 5.
It is 5. So in case you subtract, Daniela, you add the 1, the 4 plus
Oh.
1. Give us the next one here.
120. 134.
134. Good. Kirsten, be ready to give us the tallies and then the frequency in summary. Then here.
139.
Hmm?
134.
Hmm?
This
Remember
one
now, after
confused.
remember now, are you seeing this one, Daniela? It
That's it.
increases.
This side increases while the other side reduces.
No, like after getting the first one, after knowing that your class interval is 5, this
Yes.
one will keep on increasing by 5, by 5, by 5. Even this side increases by your class interval. Then always you look at these numbers here. Are you seeing these numbers here?
Yes.
Are you noticing that this is 129? It adds on 1. This one also it will add on by 1. Continue giving us.
It is 135 to 139, 140 to 144.
Here 139. Here too.
Yes,
100.
144. 145 to 149.
Okay.
150 to 154. 155 to 159. I think that 160 to 164. 165, 169, 170 to 174. Teacher, and those ones enough.
I'm seeing 176.
Oh, 175 to 179.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Daniela.
Thank you, Teacher.
Okay, so don't forget a tally chart. Here, as your title showing the number of eggs distributed, Is it Kirsten? How do you
Yes,
pronounce
miss.
your name?
It's casting.
Kirsten, okay. You are going to give us in summary.
Okay. Uh, in summer, I was still calculating.
Okay,
Maybe I can just read from the chart, then you'll be
okay.
putting the chart.
Kali,
138 goes on the number of, okay, like the class interval 135 to 139.
Okay.
Maybe let me just be reading. Then
Mm.
146, 148, 168.
168.
Then 146,
Mm-hmm.
161,
Mm-hmm.
145,
Mm-hmm.
135,
Mm-hmm.
142,
Mm-hmm.
150,
Mm-hmm.
156,
Mm-hmm.
145,
Mm-hmm.
120, 128, 135, 165, 144, 1, 149, 1, 157, 125, 144, 132, 150, 164, 158, 128, sorry, 120, sorry, 126, sorry. 176, 142,
42.
147, 135,
35,
153,
53,
140,
and 4,
154,
54.
152,
Mm-hmm.
158,
Eh?
130, sorry,
148.
148,
Uh-huh.
136,
Mhm.
176, sorry, no, like one
47.
147,
Mm-hmm.
140,
Mm-hmm.
138,
Mm.
176, 163, 130.
That's okay. Then here we are going to, what are we going to put here as our frequency?
That's uh that maybe the number of x, the number of the days.
Uh-huh. Members, which word are we going to use? We can hope. What are you saying?
Maybe the days.
Days, eh?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay. People also put in the chat what you think. A person has to separate eggs 40 days. Consecutive to an orphanage home. The data below are the actionable the farm supplied. So which word are we going to use for frequency?
Number of days.
Number of days. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Members, tell me, which word are we going to use to represent our frequency? And those number of days. Number of days. Okay. Number of eggs. Number of eggs. Number. Uh-huh. Remember that this for 40 days. So are those eggs number of days the eggs are supplied? Because if you say those are uh, the frequency, because what they have given us is the frequency for the different days. Like this is day one. Day one maybe they supplied 138, day two 146. I don't know that that is okay. Are people noticing that those are days, number of days? I don't
Yes,
know
sir.
that. Okay. So eggs supplied on the, I'm going to say eggs for the different, uh, for the eggs for the days. Then here you put frequency. So what do we have? Plus 10.
That's 3.
This is 3.
Then 2,
Mm-hmm.
7. Is it no
Mm?
6? That's 6. 6,
Mm-hmm.
sir. Then 5,
Mm-hmm.
9,
Mm-hmm.
5,
Mm-hmm.
3,
Mm-hmm.
3,
Mm-hmm.
2,
Mm-hmm.
and 0,
Mm-hmm.
and 2.
Yeah. Can you get for us the total frequency?
The total, maybe I can say that 5, then 11, then 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 30, 33, 36, 38, 40.
Okay, 40. Very good. Thank you. Yeah.
You're
So
welcome.
now, the moment you finish that, then that means that because this is the most important thing, the moment you do not get this correct, that means the other things you're going to be doing are going to be wrong.
Sir,
Yes.
also they told us to find out whether your submission of F is right. You do the matrix, like you count like on the
Here,
how what is it called? Then you compare whether what you have got is right.
Okay, how many do you have vertical here?
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 6 times 8. The answer you get.
Count again. Here I'm saying 5.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 40.
40. Okay. Okay, that is okay. So you can even prove those who do manually, you can count all of them such that the number of days can equal to the 40. So now when you read the question, they told us to have the tally chart. The next one was a stable graph and use it to estimate the median. Now, the moment you see a statistical graph and they want to estimate the median, then that means that that curve they want is the ogive, or what we call the cumulative frequency curve. And you know that when it comes to the cumulative frequency curve, what do you need? In order for you to use the cumulative frequency curve, one of the things you need, one of them is going to be cumulative frequency. Also, you need the class boundary. Then from there, when you read through the question, they told that to cater for all employees and the orphans well, the management of the orphanage home has agreed that on average 168 eggs to be supplied. Otherwise, the supplier will be changed. Now, when you look at this question, they have indirectly told you to calculate something. Because here at the end, will the supplier be changed? For the supplier to be changed, it means that you look at the average number of eggs. Now, if you look at the average number of eggs, when you see the word average, it means that here we are going to compare with our mean. You look at the mean, then the mean that you look at should be the one to be used to be compared to. So that means that indirectly here, they want you also to obtain the mean such that you can be able to respond to part C. That means that in order for us to calculate the mean, we shall need the x, we shall need the f of x. So sometimes they can hide something in part C. That's why it is very important. First read and complete all the tasks. After completing the tasks, they should be able to guide you on what you should be able to find. So here you notice that you had to indirectly include x and f of x. So here I'm going to come and say our average or the mid, I think let me call it the mid egg weight, something like that, the mid number of eggs, which I'm going to call x. So do add and divide by 2. But I repeat, please do never do like this. Sorry, 125 plus 129 and you divide by 2. Always put a bracket. Can we have someone to quickly give us the answers? Yes, Favor.
We have 127,
127.
132,
134.
32.
32. Okay.
Yes. Then 137,
137.
142,
142.
147,
Mm-hmm.
152,
Mm-hmm.
157,
Mm-hmm.
162,
Mm-hmm.
167,
Mm-hmm.
172, and
Mm-hmm.
177.
Okay, good. Can we go to f of x?
Yes. The first, I had 381.
381. Okay.
Yes. Then 264,
264.
822,
822.
710,
710.
Then I was still calculating for these others. 25
Calculate.
times 9, which gives, 25 times 9, giving us 225.
Where are you getting 25?
Sorry. Oh, sorry, I was using the cumulative frequency. It is 147, times 9, giving us 1,323. Then 152 times 5, giving us 760. Then, which is the next? 157 times 3, giving us 471. Then 162 times 3, giving us 486. 167 times 2, giving us 334. Then a 0. 1177 times 2, giving us 354.
Okay. Can you get the total?
Okay, let me get the total. 381 plus 264 plus 822 plus 710 plus 1323 plus 760 plus 471 plus 486 plus 334 plus 354. Yeah, I have 5,905.
Okay. Members, do we get the same answer in the chat? Okay, let members also first confirm. Do you have the same answer? Add through and see. Gavanian said yeah. Yes, okay. People have the same. Good. Now next, since we are going to draw the graph, we need, okay. Yes, Gavanian?
Master wanted to give the cumulative frequency.
Okay, give us the cumulative frequency.
The first one is 3.
The first one here is going to be 3.
Now 3 plus 2 is 5.
5,
5 plus 6 is 11.
11,
16.
6, 16,
25.
25,
30.
30,
33.
33,
36.
36,
38.
38,
And 40.
and 40. Okay, good. Members, do we agree? Favor, did you have the same? Oh, are the rest having the same as well for cumulative frequency? Kindly check through. If you agree, Mugisa agrees. People agree. Good. Then we go to class boundary. Can we have someone to give us our class boundary? Who wants to give us? Okay. Yes, Jacent. Nakafero.
Teacher, for me, I just have a concern here on the
Mm.
cumulative frequency.
Mm.
Why did she leave out to 0? I think, can't we have two values of 38?
38. Okay, the first one was 3, right?
Yes.
You get this one, which is 5. 6, you
Yes.
get 11. You
Yes.
get?
16.
Uh-huh.
30.
Mm-hmm.
32.
Mm-hmm.
36.
Mm-hmm.
38.
Okay.
Then to 0.
Okay, you want us to add. There is no problem.
Mm.
38, then
Okay.
that. Okay. 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 So please do not leave out. I don't know why Gavanian left it out. So members, first allow me to put it back. I did not notice, but that is correct. It is okay. Don't leave it out. Hope Gavanian, that's okay. 38 and then 40. It is well. Okay. Uh yes, Mugisa.
Yes, I wanted to take you through the class boundary.
Okay, good.
Yes, so the first one is 124.5
1 to 4.5 to.
to 129.5.
Okay.
The second one is 129.5
Mm.
to 134.5.
Mm.
134.5
Mm-hmm.
to 139.5.
Mm.
139.5 to 149.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 144.5
Mm.
to 149.5. 149.5 to 154.5. 145.5, 154.5 to 159.5. Then 159.5 to 164.5. 164.5 to 169.5. Then 169.5 to 174.5. It's 174.5 to 179.5.
Okay, good. Thank you. Now, after doing your
Welcome.
table, this is how your table now is going to look like. Then I'm going to come on our graph. Then we write a cumulative frequency, this and this. So let's draw it quickly. Let's draw it quickly. Since I have many, since I have the boundaries are big, I'm going to just do like this. I make it from where I'm going to start. Then I make it like this. It is a bit bent. So you come like this. Then from there, you put, do not forget to always put the demarcations. Some of you, sometimes when you're writing, you forget to put the demarcations. Demarcations are these lines here. These ones here, these lines, you show that now you have jumped these ones. Do not forget, be it for math, be it for physics, maybe even other subjects that you do not forget to put those demarcations. But you're going to allow me for this. I don't know when I jump to, let me first be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Mine, they may not fit. because I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They are a bit many, so allow me that I'll jump 1, 1. For me, I'm going to jump 1, 1 such that they can fit very well. Otherwise, there are very many here. And remember, those ones represents the number of eggs. I will put here the number of eggs, supplied. So here, I'll remember we say that you start with the first one here, which is 124.5. So I'm going to start with 124.5 here. 124.5. I'm jumping just one because I've said there are very many, so they are not going to fit on my graph. So 129.5, 134.5. I know it's going to be squeezed, but in case yours can fit, please, there is no problem. 139.5, 139.5, 144.5, 144, 149, 144, 149.5, 154.5, 159.5, 1 from 159 to 149, 149, 154, 164.5, 169.5, and 174.5, then 179.5. So in case yours can fit, please, you may not squeeze them like mine, but since mine are not fitting, that's why I've squeezed them to jump 1 centimeter. Then the next one is our cumulative frequency. I have no problem here using my 10. I can go on and I use 10. So I say this is from 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then I label that this is the these are the number of days. These are the days which is representing my cumulative frequency, but in brackets. Okay, then the beauty with using 10, you know that each box has 1. You know that each box has 1 because 10 divided by 10, you get 1, meaning that each box carries 1. Then from there, we start 3. Remember 3, this 3 here goes with 129.5. So the first one is always 0. So I'm going to come and then I will start 0, 0 is here. Then this one is 3 here. Plot yours 5, 11. I come here, 5 is here. The next one is 11. 16, 25. 16 is here. 25 is here. 30, 33. 30 is here. 33 is here. So plot your thing. I think that is 33. 33. 36, 38, 38. 36 is here. Then 37, 38 is where? 36, 7, 8, 38 is here. 38, and then lastly, the 40. The 40 is the 40 is, I think, here. Yeah, something like that. So first plot your thing to come out very well. Okay. Okay. First to that. Then from there, draw your smooth curve. For me, I always love starting from up here. So I'll come and draw my smooth curve. Something like that. Something like that. Now, after drawing your smooth curve, do not forget that you need to always put the title, a cumulative frequency curve, a cumulative frequency curve showing the different curve showing the number, showing the eggs supplied on different days, something like that. Okay, yes, Favor.
Teacher, sorry to take us back. I think I was off a bit, but I was just asking for clarity on like when I'm supposed to plot the Ogive, then this curve, what I'm supposed to use, yeah, things like that.
Now, when it comes to Ogive and the cumulative frequency curve, these are the same things. So that one
Oh,
always we plot cumulative frequency against the class boundaries.
okay.
When it comes to a histogram, always
Yeah.
we plot class boundaries against frequencies. Here, frequency against class boundary. And we do not
Okay.
jump
Thank you, sir.
spaces. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, Nicole?
So when we are doing the Ogive curve, are we supposed to plot the cumulative frequency against the lower class boundaries or the upper class boundaries? Just need clarity on that.
Oh, it is just against class boundary. Now, okay, I know you are used to upper, but it is upper. Use upper. But at the end of the day, you will notice 124 to 129 is a class boundary. 129 to 134 is class boundary. 134 to 139 is class boundary. But what you plot, you use these upper values, these values here, the uppers. I don't know that that is okay, Nicole.
Yes, it's okay.
You get this frequency again, this one against the upper value. Okay, now after that, we are going to first get the median position. That is always the first thing you get. So I'll come here and say median position. Median position is going to be summation of f out of 2, which is 40 out of 2, which was equal to the 20th position. Now you come on your graph here, use a ruler, look out for where you have the 20. I have removed something, no problem. I think I was supposed to have my lines like this. So I'll come here, I'll get my ruler. This is where I have my 20. I'll draw my line like this. When I reach here, I'll come down here like that. So what am I going to do? After doing so, I'll come and I count that this is where my median is here. I count how many boxes here, that there are 3 boxes. Now, since our class boundary was 5, I think it was 5, and in between here, we have 5 boxes. I will say 5 divided by 5, which is 1. That means that each box here has 1. So I'll get now my 144.5 plus the number of boxes I've got, which are 3 times 1. So I get 144.5 plus 3, and I'll end up with 144.5 plus 3, which gives me 147.5. So that means that I don't know whether members are getting that. Are you getting the same answer like me? You can let me know what you are getting. Me, I'm getting 147. Everyone is getting that, yes. Then from there, I will say that the medium number of eggs is 147.5. Yes. Then from there, so you make your response. So from there, it means all of us are accurate. From there, we go back to the item. The item asked us also, will the supply be changed? Justify. Now, the supplier will be changed because here that on average, 1/6 eggs will be supplied. Now here, on average, you are going to ask yourself, average, what is the average? So you'll come here and first obtain your average such that you compare very well. So here I will say that the average will equal to summation of f of x out of summation of f. So from the answer we had was 5905, 5905 divided by the 40. I don't know what members are getting. 5905 divided by 40. And I'm getting 147.625. Are we getting that? So from here, then that means you're going to make your conclusion basing, because this is the number of eggs the supplier supplies. So what value can we approximate it to here? Which value are we going to approximate it? Put for me in the chat. Hey, what could be? Uh-huh. Now I'm looking at now the reasoning. We need to reason here. It's not just about. Yes, let's raise up your hand. Someone can raise up the hand. Eh, I want people now. Here it is about now reasoning. Not just us putting the points, not rounding off. Now I need application of the knowledge. So someone can raise up the hand. I'm seeing your answers coming in, but now we need to reason out. Can someone give us? I don't want to give you my view before I hear from someone here. Someone can raise up. I don't know. Mugisa, you have given an answer. Can you give us your view? Okay, good. Yes, Mugisa.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Hmm.
For me, my answer is 147. Because here we are dealing with number of eggs. And we know that you cannot get an egg which is something like a half. So it's not easy for us to get an egg that is a half and we make it full. But we just say that it is maybe not there. We leave it.
Okay, very good. So here, like Mugisa said, here I would conclude by saying this is on approximately 146 eggs. Because now you need to always understand the context of the item. Not everything may need rounding up or rounding down. So you need now to check out and reason accordingly. You reason accordingly. So here I would think, or here you would just conclude that those are 147 eggs. Then you come back here, even here on our median, the value, what is that value now? I removed it, I think. Also there, you have to conclude in a good way. Don't leave those points. Conclude because someone will not give you a half a egg. So instead, and someone him increasing to 148 is making a very big loss because for you wanted, because it means that he has not made it. If these are the even if you want 1/4, now let me say even if that means like maybe they have not yet laid, on that day they will give him 146. They can't give him a half an egg. So here you have to reason out very well. So here our conclusion now, because they have said that agree that on average 160 eggs to be supplied. But when you read through here from our answer, on average, the farmer can be able to supply 147 eggs on a particular day or during those days. So now who can give us a conclusion to respond back to the item? They're asking, should the supply be changed? Justify. Someone to give us the conclusion. Okay, Mugisa.
Yes, my answer is
Mm,
that the supplier should be changed
mm,
because the average number of eggs that is supplying
mm,
is less than to one that was agreed,
mm,
which was 168.
mm.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So you said, yeah, the supplier should be changed because the number of eggs supplied are less than the agreed. Even you can put by this number. Yes. But don't put those points. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Class, are we on the same page? Are we on the same page, everyone? Kindly let me know whether we are on the same page. Okay, we are. So let me continue a bit to another number. Now this one, the rest, this is part of your homework, so you can take a screenshot of this. But also I want to bring it to your attention that sometimes they can mix the statistics, they mix it with another section. So here they had statistics, they mixed it with the, when you look at this part here, it was about matrices. So you need to be very careful. Then, hope you have taken a screenshot. You try out this item. Then from there, we have this one. Also take a screenshot. You'll complete. Those who came in early, I told you what you have to do here. But also someone wanted some clarification. I think it was Gavanian. What if we are given points? Take an example in case the numbers you are arranging are like this. 10.5, 11.5, maybe 30, 13.5, 14.5, such things. So here, when you are obtaining your class boundary, in case the numbers are like this are in points, and you get your first class, and maybe you're starting from 9.5 to, let me say, 9.5 to maybe 13.5. In the chart, tell me what is your class boundary. Sorry, what is the class interval? If I start from 9.5 to 13.5, what is our class interval there, class? Tell me in the chat quickly, and I check out what is the class interval I've used there. What is your class interval? I want to see people. It is 5. So meaning that next year you'll have 13.5. So yeah, so it is 5. So here you'll have something like 14.5 to 13.5 plus 5. This is around 18.5, something like that. Now, when you are obtaining your class boundary, here do not forget that when the number of decimal place is 1, you subtract 0.05. So that means you say 9.5 minus 0.05, you end up with 9.45 to 13.5 plus 0.05. And this side you add 0.5. Here, this side you subtract, the other side you add 0.05. So this side would be 13.55. Let me hope, Gavanian, that's what you wanted to ask. In case it is one decimal place, or those who know, you can use this, that if the decimal place is 1, I will say 0.5 times 10 power negative 1, which gives me 0.05. Yeah. Okay, Gavanian, let me hope I have answered your question. Okay. Okay. 18.5. Okay, so that is how you generate the class boundary. So then in case they ask for now, like here, this question wanted the commonest mass of the grains. So here you use the formula for mode, but in case it wants us to use the graph, in case they had said using a statistical graph, estimate the commonest mass of the grains. So here you draw your histogram very well, have your class boundary, and also have your frequency. Then when it comes to histogram, when you are estimating, look out for the highest bar, come here, estimate, come here, and then estimate. God forbid you find that in the bar you have drawn, let me say you have this. Are you seeing this? You have two bars that are both tall. This is an indicator that your values, you have what we call a bimodal. A bimodal. So that means that you are going to estimate twice if that one happens. So you get this value, you get this value, you get here. Come here, come here, come here. That is the meaning that your mode appears twice. We call it a bimodal graph in case that something of that nature happens. So you estimate twice. Okay, let me now, someone has shared the paper here that I don't know that has downloaded. Then it is saying here, the manager, so I don't know what's wrong with design the average. When you look at the question here, the person who shared, you had to first get the starting class. Maybe when you look at the question, you look out for the smallest number. Roughly here, I'm seeing as if the smallest number was around 30. No, 20. I'm seeing 20. So you may decide to say, let me start from a class interval. Hope it is 20. I'm saying 20 as if was the smallest class. Yeah, I've seen 20 somewhere here. So you can decide to start from 20 to 20. Since they told you 5, it will be 20 to 24, 25 to 29, like that, like that. Then after, have your tallies and the rest. So here they ask for institution average profit. Now, when it comes to average, that means you are going to calculate the mean. So you calculate the mean. Then come up with a graph showing the gross profit the company has made within 30 months and below. Now, within 30 months and below, in order for you to be able to estimate those things, this is where you draw a cumulative frequency curve. For things of below, because when you have a cumulative frequency curve, here, and they tell you 30 months and below. Remember, here is where you're going to have your class boundary, and here you're going to have your cumulative frequency, which represents the months now. So you'll come here, you look out for 30. 30 will be here. Now, 30 and below, you'll come here, and you read off the value you get here. So you'll be able to get that. Now, when they say has made within 30 minutes and below. So the value you get here will be the answer. The value you get here. If they said 30 months and below. Now, in case it was 30, above 30, maybe above 30 months, then what you do for such a case, you'll come here, you first locate if this was within 30 months and below. If it was maybe within 30 months and above, then for that one, you get this value you have here, and you come here, upper, the last value of 40, you come here and here, you get the answer here, and then you subtract the two here. You subtract this value here and the value here, the answer you get will be the one for above. even when even if they had given you in percentage, still you had to come up with a cumulative frequency curve. Yeah, so this was indirectly asking for a cumulative frequency curve. Okay, let me hope that is clear. The person who was asking. Tisia, hope you have picked an idea. Okay. Yes, Arajab, ask.
Sir,
Mm.
what if when they have told you to find the mode, yeah,
Mm.
using a graph, and when you have drawn a histogram,
Mm. Mm.
then you find out that the the highest bar is the first, it is in the first column.
Mm.
How will it how to when estimating when you are estimating, how will it be when drawing those lines that intersect the bar?
Now here, you do an approximation. You extend, let me say this is your line like this. So you extend, remember these classes, you extend the classes down like this side of the, maybe the negative. Then you have this bar here, this bar here, come here in the middle here. Then you bring this line here, come here, like that. Because here, there will be a bar somewhere there.
Yes.
So this one, you approximate it, but its frequency will be 0.
Okay.
Yeah. So you extend it this side of the negative, but in the middle.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Josh?
So I would like to know whether we have spaces in the histogram or any space, and then what do you do if you're given like to find for the upper 10% of something?
Okay. When it comes to upper 10 of something, that is still a cumulative frequency curve. So let me first share my screen again. When it is the upper 10%, that is, wait. When it is the upper 10%, that the way to estimate those percentages, the easiest thing to use is the cumulative frequency curve. So when they say upper 10%, then you will do 10% of 1 out of 100 times your total frequency here. Let me say it is 40. Then on your curve here, you will come, let me say tanta, tanta, so this is 4. You will come, you read up where 4 is here. Now, this one below is the one that below. So to get the upper one, you will come here, read off the value you have here. Then the rest of the value, then check out the last value here, the highest here, and then get out the amount around here. So you get this upper minus the lower to get the value.
Thank you, sir. Then for the
Then histogram doesn't have any space. Always the bars are joined together, and we don't shade. We don't shade since we have to estimate some values. We don't shade, and the bars are always joined.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. I think we have. Okay. Yes. So I think that is it. So you'll try out for me this item here. Hey, I have another one here. Hey, also take a screenshot of this. You'll try it out. You try out this item as well. Okay. Okay, I think that is it. Yes, so we shall meet tomorrow. We shall meet tomorrow. Let's have a volunteer to lead us in a word of prayer. tomorrow we shall meet and maybe look at 3Ds. Those things of, yeah. Yes, Favor.
Okay, let's humble ourselves and pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for the lesson. We thank you for you enabled us to log in the time we came, oh Lord Jesus. And we thank you because you enabled our teacher to make it, oh Lord Jesus. And we thank you for whatever we have learned. As we are leaving this place, we pray that we are not leaving the knowledge we have obtained here, King of Glory. We pray that you enable us to apply it, King of Glory, till the last paper, Jesus Christ. We pray that you continue giving us the spirit of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to enable us interpret the scenarios and answer correctly, King of Glory, as expected of us. We pray that we shall find favor before all those who will mark us, and as people go to school, we call upon your provision, we call upon your protection. Protect us throughout the day. Bless our teacher, bless our parents. In Jesus' name we are prayed. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a lovely day. Thank you for your prayers. I was able to reach safely. Yeah, and bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Bye.